Here's a question that's harder to answer than most cat owners expect. Am I actually good at this? Not adequate. Not fine. Genuinely, measurably good at being the person my cat needs. There's no report card for cat ownership. No annual review. Your cat can't sit you down and tell you how you're doing. Most owners go their entire lives without any real signal of whether they're doing this well. They're just doing their best and hoping it's enough. But here's the thing. Your cat has been grading you the entire time. Not with words, with behavior. And there is one specific thing, one particular response that shows up reliably in cats who live with owners doing nearly everything right and almost never shows up in cats who don't. Here's what most cat owners don't realize. This behavior isn't really about a single skill or a single gesture. It's a downstream result, the visible outcome of dozens of smaller things done consistently and well over time. When you see it, you're not seeing one good moment. You're seeing the cumulative evidence of sustained, attentive care. Let's talk about what it is, why it only appears under specific conditions, and what it tells you about everything you've been doing right. 1. The behavior, and why it's so rare. Here's where it gets really interesting. The behavior is this. Your cat falls fully, deeply asleep, not dozing, not resting with one ear still tracking the room, but genuinely deep asleep, in a vulnerable position, in your presence, without first retreating to a separate hiding spot. Stomach exposed, paws relaxed and loose, breathing slow and even, eyes fully closed for an extended period, not the half-lidded watchfulness most cats default to even while resting. And critically, this happens openly in a shared space with you nearby and active. This is genuinely rare. Most cats, even ones who like their owners well enough, retain a baseline level of environmental monitoring during sleep. It's a survival adaptation so deep that it persists even in completely safe domestic environments. True deep sleep, the kind veterinary behaviorists associate with full nervous system relaxation, typically requires a level of environmental security that most cats only achieve in isolation, away from any potential disturbance. For a cat to reach that state in your presence, in a shared room, while you move around, talk, or go about your day, their nervous system has run a continuous assessment and concluded something specific. Nothing here requires my vigilance. This person, this space, this moment, completely safe. That conclusion doesn't arrive easily. And it doesn't arrive by accident. 2. What has to be true for this to happen? Almost nobody connects this single behavior to everything that has to be in place to produce it, and that's the part that actually matters. For a cat to achieve full, exposed, deep sleep in your presence, several conditions need to be reliably true over an extended period. Consistency. Your cat's nervous system needs enough repeated data, weeks, often months, confirming that your behavior is predictable. No sudden loud noises directed at them. No unpredictable handling. No moments where their trust was violated by being grabbed, restrained, or startled without warning. Respected boundaries. A cat who has had their dislikes consistently honored, who has never been forced into unwanted contact, who has learned that you stop when they signal discomfort, develops a baseline relaxation around you that cats with inconsistent boundary respect simply do not have. Met needs. A cat whose hunger, play, and social needs are reliably satisfied carries less background tension into every interaction. An anxious, understimulated, or hungry cat rarely achieves deep sleep near anyone because their nervous system is still running unmet need alerts even at rest. A genuinely safe environment. No unpredictable threats. Other pets who corner them. Loud household chaos. Environmental instability. The space itself has to register as secure, not just you. When all of these are true simultaneously, and they have been true for long enough, deep sleep in your presence becomes possible. When even one is shaky, it usually doesn't. This is why the behavior functions as such a reliable signal. It's not graded on a single interaction. It's the compound result of consistent, attentive ownership over time. 3. What it means when you see it. Now you might be thinking, my cat does this sometimes, but not always. Does that mean I'm only sometimes a good owner? Here's the reassuring truth. This behavior doesn't need to happen constantly to count. Cats have fluctuating stress levels just like humans do. A stressful week, an unfamiliar noise outside, a new piece of furniture. Any of these can temporarily raise their baseline vigilance, even with an excellent owner. What matters is the pattern over time, not any single day. If your cat regularly reaches this state of deep, exposed sleep near you, even if not every single day, you're looking at consistent evidence of something significant. Your presence has become, for your cat's nervous system, functionally equivalent to safety itself. Not probably fine. Not tolerable. Genuinely, completely secure. This is worth sitting with for a moment because it's easy to miss the significance of something that just looks like a cat taking a nap. But veterinary behaviorists consider this one of the clearest nonverbal indicators of feline trust and well-being available to observe in an ordinary home setting. You don't need a behaviorist training to read it. You just need to know what you're looking at. Actionable takeaways. Watch for this over the coming weeks rather than expecting it on demand. Note where it happens, which room, what time of day, how close you are. That pattern tells you exactly where your cat feels safest, and that's valuable information for everything else you do for them. If you rarely or never see this, don't panic and don't assume you've failed. Audit the 4 conditions instead. Has your consistency wavered recently? Are their needs being fully met? Has a boundary been crossed without you realizing? Has something in the environment shifted? Identify the gap and address it specifically rather than trying to force the behavior directly. And if you see it often, acknowledge what you've built. This did not happen by accident. It happened because of choices you made, repeated over a long period of time. Here's what this single behavior really represents. It is not a trick. It is not something you can manufacture in one good afternoon. It is the visible tip of an enormous amount of invisible, accumulated good practice. Every respected boundary, every met need, every predictable response, every calm moment that added up over weeks and months into something your cat's nervous system finally, fully trusted. When your cat sleeps deeply, exposed, beside you, they are not just resting. They are showing you their grade. And if you're seeing it, you already know what it says. Does your cat do this with you? Fall completely, vulnerably asleep in your presence? Tell me where it happens and how often. And if you've never seen it before, don't worry, just watch for it now that you know what to look for. I want to hear what you notice. If you made it this far, you understand something most people never will. Cats aren't just pets. They're complex, emotional, intelligent beings. Tap the video on your screen to keep learning the secret language of cats. And subscribe to Cat Class, because understanding your cat changes everything.